are way too hard on yourself, and you have to be more kind to yourself. A lot of the times, these things are influenced by the quality of our life, the quality of our relationships, mostly external things. But you have to revert back to yourself and be kind to yourself because the world is crooked. You're gonna beat yourself down while the world is beating you down. You're just gonna bury yourself. But that's not the way. You have to become aware of what's going on and control it. And you have to abandon the victim mentality. Most people will hear those things and revert automatically to it's too hard. The reason I'm the way I am is because of my parents, and I can't leave the house because I'm too young. You go straight into victim mentality. But when I'm telling you, there's nothing good that comes out of that. There is nothing good. You have to take control, you have to take accountability, and you have to just love yourself. And I know it's hard, but that's why it's worth it. But as I said before, you become aware of what's going on. Control what you can control. Forget what you can't, right? If you're in a bad, toxic household, stay away as much as possible. Go to your friends as much as possible. Stay in your room as much as possible, right? But always be doing something that cultivates a love for you. If you're in your room, don't just sit in the dark alone. Paint something. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little escape. Build you a little something. Have a little hobby or something like that. Go outside. Go for walks. Go outside. Go to work. Save up money so that you can leave as much as possible. Don't share things, with your family. If every time you say something they bash you, just keep things to yourself. Note your own personal records. Talk to your friends, right? It's ways out, but you have to want out. And I think it's funny that a lot of people say these things, right? Like, I don't deserve love, this and this and that, but they're so unhappy about it, or they miss being happy. But it's like, my friend, you can only miss what you know. I can't miss having a dinosaur. I've never had a dinosaur. I can't miss having a Bugatti. I've never had a Bugatti. You were happy once. You did love yourself once. But you have been disconnected because you have allowed so many external sources to dictate the way you feel, the way you think. And that is not the way. We have to become aware of self once again. We have to invest in self. Investing in yourself is probably the greatest investment you can do, partake in. To love self, to be there for self. Because when no one's there, even the good people in your life, when no one's there, you have to be there with self. And hey, that should be beautiful, right? So we go through these things, we get all these feelings, tied up in our head. And one thing, I think you should do, on top of establishing good habits like, setting your boundaries and things like that, but really think about what's going on in your life. What makes you unhappy? What has ruffled your feathers to the point where you don't even want to look yourself in the eyes, right? Think about all that negativity, all that heartbreak, okay? Now think about someone that you love. Think about something that you love. Let's say it's a puppy. Let's say it's a child. Let's say it's your best friend. All right? Now imagine that all those thoughts, all that weight on you has been put onto them, right? The way you feel, the way you think. Just imagine it was all funneled into them. Imagine that puppy could talk to you. Imagine that child could talk to you and convey the way you feel. Now, how would you treat them? How would you help them? And whatever it is you would do to lick their wounds, rub their head, you know, be a good friend for them, do it for you. Do it for you. When I tell you it will change your life, night and day. Night and day. I've been through these things myself. I have experienced these things, and I'm telling you, you have to invest that self-love and compassion for yourself. It is hard to be loved if you don't love yourself. It is hard to love if you don't love yourself. It's always going to be some type of balance, an imbalance that just tarnishes things. When I was with my little lady, one of the first issues we had was about that, and it came from a traumatic past. But the thing was, she feared being abandoned because she was given so much conditional love. And a lot of times when we give, when we receive conditional love, it makes us just want to be left alone and isolated because you don't like the feeling of having things snatched away from you. You don't like the feeling of being put up on a pedestal and then crash down into the ground. So you usually tend to push people away. We had our first little disagreement, and she thought that I was just gonna leave her. I'm like, I don't know what you used to, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a resilient individual. This is nothing. These are the moments that we laugh about on the porch in our rocking chairs when we old and wrinkly. I don't know, what you've been through, but this ain't it. You know what I mean? I would let her express her feelings and the things she went through, and I would always, hear her out, but end it with, look, I understand, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? I will validate your feelings, but the love you have been taught, we throwing that out the window, boo, because it's dysfunctional, and you know that. And I'm gonna show you what you deserve. And you gonna stop talking to yourself like that. I'm not gonna listen to nobody talk negative about you, especially you. It's just not happening, right? So went through things like that. I would get her to practice those positive affirmations. I love myself. I'm proud of myself. She used to go to the gym and kill it, and she took a lot of pride in that. And I just wanted her to keep influencing those things to herself. Show that love to yourself, right? And eventually, she started to get the hang of it. And I remember one of the most profound moments, man. A lot of people won't have the courage to admit things like this. A lot of people won't even have, the courage to stay in a situation like this. Or stupidity, whatever you want to call it. Spade is a spade. But I remember one time we got in a disagreement and she told me, and I quote, I'm not gonna be with someone who treats me like this. I deserve better, and it was something else. I deserve better. I know my worth. I know my worth. And when I tell you, I just sat there and looked at her like this, but in my head, I was smiling so big. I knew she was emotional. I knew she was just spatting because literally like 3 days before that, I took her to Florida, planned out a whole excursion. She never been to Florida. We literally got into it a few days before that. I told her, I said, look, I'm kidnapping you in the morning, and just have you a towel and something, you could get wet in. And picked her up, had no clue. Took her to Florida, planned out this whole excursion, brought her to thrift shops, brought her, to the beach, out to eat, like all these things, and got her back home safe. But she told me that, bro, I'm telling you, my soul was like, there you go. That's the energy. But we gotta redirect it in the right way though, cause you're not talking to me. You're not talking to me. Look. If I was a bad partner, I would get on here and admit it. The things that I could be better on, and I'll make a video about the things that I could have been better on. But being there, being present, being loyal, don't try it. I was that guy. You know what I'm saying? I can say that with full confidence, humbly. I was that guy. But you gotta invest in yourself, man. You gotta love yourself. You gotta practice it. You gotta abandon that victim mentality because my life has grew exponentially better with me taking accountability, with me pouring love into myself. I have spent a month and a half pouring love into myself, and I have look at my subscriber count. When I first started this journey, I was like at 168 followers. I started posting shorts, got up to 200, 300, but I had been postponing this journey for a long time because I was pouring so much love elsewhere. And then I started to love myself, care about myself again, and stop beating up on myself because that's what the world's gonna do. The world is cruel, the world is wicked. The world's gonna beat up on you, so you have to love and cultivate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get those things back that you missed, like we mentioned. How you gonna miss love if you never had it? How you gonna miss, you know, happiness if you never had it? Do those things that make you happy. Stop doing the things that, make you upset. Stop indulging in bad habits. Form new ones. Isolate yourself. Grow things. Right? I can't miss a dinosaur if I've never had a dinosaur. I can't miss a Bugatti if I've never had a Bugatti. But I missed myself. I missed my peace. I missed my life. So I went down that shadowy road and I went back to drag it out of the darkness, back into the light. How did you know the sun rose this morning? Probably because it set, the moon came up, the sky turned black, it was night, and then the sun comes up again. So if something as big and as powerful as the sun has its ups and downs, my friend, you are okay and you are fine. So start off by being delusional. Look yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself you love yourself. Tell yourself that you care about yourself. Write down who you want to be, what you want to be, and what that person has to do to get there. And practice that every day. Your brain is going to laugh at you, right? You're just going to get up one day like, yeah, look in the mirror. I love myself. Your brain going to be like, yeah, right. Love yourself. But that's good. Just keep going. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love my hair. You know what I'm saying? I love my style. I love myself. I'm successful. I am wealthy. I'm abundant. Everything comes to me so easily in life, right? I am not bothered by negative energies. Keep practicing over and over. Your brain's gonna laugh again. Look at this. You see this guy? Love yourself. What? But you just keep going. You just keep going. And then one day your brain's gonna be like, damn, I kind of believe that I love myself. Because at once I believed that I hated myself, but I don't really believe that no more. Because I'm hearing all these affirmations, and this kind of feel better. And you just keep going. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. And then you're gonna start feeling your skin again. You're gonna start getting happy again. You're gonna start drawing again. You're gonna start editing videos again. You're gonna start playing football again. You're gonna start doing hair again. You're gonna start doing what you love again. You're gonna start being yourself again. You're gonna go back to the gym again, going for walks again, going out with your friends again, finding love again, finding self-discipline again, self-compassion again. And you are gonna start to grow again. Because that's what you deserve, man. We are royalty. We are special. You are special. You are royalty. But you gotta act like it. So, to end it all off, what a great conversation once again. Be kind to yourself and practice. Do it for 3 months. Have the resilience, have the confidence. Build the confidence through your discipline and things like that, and really do it for 3 months. And I guarantee you, if you stay consistent, you'll see what I'm talking about. Because if you don't believe me, look at the way I look right now. Please do this. If you don't believe me, look at the way I look right now. And I just woke up, so my face is probably still puffy, all that. Look at the way I look right now and go down to my YouTube channel. Click my videos, click oldest, go all the way down to my first video, or you can search it up, Shaman Davis, Life Has Exhausted Me. That was when I had reached my breaking point. That is when I had started my YouTube journey and started expressing myself. Look at the way I look now. Look at my eyes, look at my face, and watch. Just watch. Just watch. I love you. I appreciate you for staying. I hope this conversation helped you. I hope the message resonated with you. You love yourself. Because I love you. And you know you do. And you know I do. So, I appreciate you, man. Stop holding yourself back. Stop being cruel to yourself. Now let's get on it, man. Let's own this year. Let's own this life. Alright? Alright.